As common practice dictates, contracts of CEOs are normally on fixed term at 5 years, with possible renewal on the basis of a performance criteria and agreements. However, it appears the contract of CEO at NSFAF Hilya Nghiwete does not abide by such procedures. Speaking at a press briefing, NSFAF acting CEO Kennedy Kandume was quizzed on the legal costs taxpayers are forced to foot as Nghiwete fights to regain her job.
There is an employment contract, just like anybody else. A signed employment contract to say you will be engaged by this institution to perform ABC work and so on and so forth. But maybe to borrow your term, then that is indefinite. Like I indicated, one would then expect that at the CEO's level, I think there's been a trend for quite some time that at the executive level and more so at the CEO's levels, then the contract's a fixed term, normally a 5 years term, and that's what I'm saying we have not seen for the CEO.
Kandume, who denies that NSFAF effectively has 2 CEOs, says Nghiwete remains in charge with full pay, albeit on suspension, and he only earns an allowance as an acting CEO. Earlier reports indicate that NSFAF forked out a whopping $8.4 million in legal fees against Nghiwete 2 years ago. In addition, Kandume also denied a report in a local English daily on Tuesday suggesting a loss of $148 million without a trace at the institution. In fact, Kandume insists the issue emanates from a disagreement which they lodged against the Auditor General relating to the interpretation of accounting principles by tertiary institutions when receiving payment for NSFAF beneficiaries.
There's no money that disappeared. 148 million that has been spoken to or published by New Era. That is the total amount on that invoice. And it does not say it disappeared. What is simply said, the invoice to that amount, to that June, is in the format that is not acceptable by the Auditor General. And the Auditor General often ourselves, the fund, have agreed on the new format.
NSFAF, however, confessed to paying 70,000 Namibian dollars in non-tuition fees to 14 students unduly due to the misinterpretation of student numbers, which money is to be recouped in due course. Kandume also says they have an up-to-date loan book worth 5.3 billion Namibian dollars. Nghiwete's lawyer Sisana Manje, in a letter to the then chairperson of the board in October 2018, Jerome Mutumba, indicated that charges against his client were unlawful because the board that suspended her was illegally appointed. The student fund body has been rocked by allegations of mismanagement and infighting and has been instructed to restart its reintegration into the Ministry of Higher Education, Technology and Innovation. Keipa Herekanji, NBC News, Windhoek.